So folks, I don't care if you work 20 hours a day and sleep for 4 hours. I don't care if you lie in bed all day and deal with 3 things a day. Whatever. In life, you will get overwhelmed if you don't make things simple. Life can get complicated very easy, depending on what way you set yourself up for success. Very often, this is with myself included, and I've noticed with many other people, very often we all make life extremely complicated and difficult, when in reality it can be made very simple. You realize what you need to do, you realize what you want to get. So basically, what do you want to do? What outcome do you want? Then you put a plan in place for what you're going to do throughout the whole day, and then you just keep going through it. You stick to your time schedules, you try and get stuff done as quickly and as efficiently as possible, and that's it. Don't make it any more difficult. Now, don't to help someone starting from the bottom, or someone who's early in life, if your schedule's, say, going to college, if you just get up, go to college, you work a part-time job, I would still advise that you write out what you're going to do. Write out the days, write out the time that you work, even if you already know it. But let that be your starting point. You start to write down the schedule, because if you intend to go on far beyond where you're currently at, that schedule, you'll be surprised, in a year, a couple of years, depending on how fast you move, will end up being totally packed. But you will have set yourself up in the routine of making things simple. You write it down, you know when you're going to go, you know how you're going to do it. As you do that, you set yourself up for having simplicity and having an effective schedule. Doesn't matter what pops up, doesn't matter what you have to do. If you know when you need to be there, you know when you need to leave to go to the next thing, you're always going to run it. Now that doesn't mean life always goes like that. Of course other things pop up, of course things run over and you prioritize. But as you start to make things simple, as you get that schedule on point, as you break it down, you don't go, well, I have to go to work today, and I've got this person I have to deal with, I've got that person I have to deal with, and you start writing in your brain, you start going through all these difficult things. You make it sound like it's going to be an absolute battle to go through. You won't want to do that again, more than likely, to actually have to put yourself through it thinking about it. Whereas if you just write, I have to go through this day at work, I want to get this done, I want to prioritize with this is important, and you get that done effectively, you take life from being so complicated that you didn't know how to handle everything. Do you know when things are going to go, how they're going to go? And then you start to really manage your life, rather than being on the opposite side, which so many people are. We can all run things the same way. The reason that there's differences is the way you've set yourself up. Some people move fast, some people move slow. It's how they've trained themselves. If you hit that snooze button every day, on the day that you have to get up, you're going to be more likely late than the person that jumps up every day. Because the person that jumps up is primed to go, is ready to go. The person who works 120 hours a week, every week, whenever someone who works part-time job, whenever they go into the 120-hour week job, they can't fucking hack it. Whenever they're coming home, they want to go to bed. They can't go out to eat. They want to go to bed. They don't have it in them. You're not used to it. Whereas a 120-hour person week, that's like just working a normal job. You go home and you do what you need to do. It's how you develop yourself, folks. It's how you get used to running your body, running your brain, running your nervous system. Your whole body is in communication with itself. If you're a boxer, if you're constantly punching a bag, your brain starts to change. If you're constantly thinking about the best way to do things, the most efficient way to do things, your body will change. I go out for runs, not all the time. I change up between walking and running. The more I work on my brain, thinking how can I run more effectively, more efficiently. I had a shoulder pain right here in my right shoulder running, and it would always pop up about half an hour after I start running. And I, for years, used to just try and adjust my body and figure out how to do it. Whenever I actually started thinking, just by the thought of how can I run efficiently, how can I run so I can last the longest, be the most efficient, guess what? My body just naturally moved. Now, not some kind of folklore, but more of a this makes total sense. If your whole body's connected, If you look for the ways to do things, your body's natural intention is to find it. Your body wants to know how to be better, how to be healthier. But unfortunately, we're so out of communication with our bodies that we don't necessarily make the best decisions. Start to make great decisions and you'll get your body on point. Make things simple, take control of your life, and you will surge ahead.